Hello everyone. Today our topic is ratios and we are doing equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios, what do you understand by the word equivalent ratios? Equivalent ratios are those that can be simplified or reduced to the same value. In other words, two ratios are considered equivalent if one can be expressed as a multiple of the other. Now, for example, if I have a figure like 4 and 8, 4 ratio 8, I will multiply, I can easily divide 4 and 8 because they can be reduced by simplifying. How do we simplify 4 ratio 8? 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. The final answer will be 1 ratio 2. I have another example and it can be 12 ratio 20. Now, do you think 12 and 20 come in the same table? Because since we are doing equivalent ratios and we need to simplify them. So the figure that I have here is 12 ratio 20. Yeah, 12 and 20. They come in one table and that is 4 times table. So I will simplify 12 and 20 by 4. It can also be simplified by 2 times table, but I'm taking the bigger figure to make it easier for me to simplify. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20. So my simplest figure that is simplified is 3 times 5. So 12 is to 20 brought to the simplest figure is through 3 ratio 5. This is called equivalent ratios because they can be simplified by 4 times table and they are equal to 3 ratio 5 this time. Now I have a set of questions for you children and let's have a look at the question here. Alright, fill in the blanks to make the ratios equivalent. The first figure that you see is 14 ratio 49 equals to 28 ratio what? Now this is simple. I will do this example for you, but it's very interesting. You will enjoy it. Okay. Now moving on to the second question, 30 ratio what is going to give us 15 ratio 50. So let's start with the first example. The first example, 14 ratio 49 equals 28 ratio 98. I've given you the answer here. 98 is the answer. Compare 14 with 28. Why are we comparing 14 with 28? Because 14 and 28 are standing on the first place. How did you get 14? How did you get 28? Compare 14 with 28. Multiply 14 by 2 and you get your 28. Alright? And the same goes, the same figure multiply 2 goes with 49. 49 times 2 gives you 98. It's so simple. So when you multiply the two figures, 14 times 2 gives you 28 and 49 times 2 gives you 98. This is how it is going to be done. This is very simple, children. I don't think it is very difficult to understand. And just do this, although it's an example, but you can also practice this. Alright, now let's move on to the second example. And the second example here is 30 ratio blank equals 15 ratio 50. This time we are given the blank over here On the first side, that is 30 needs to be compared with 15. The second blank needs to be compared with 50. Now, since we have got 30 to be compared with 15, so what are we going to do with 15 to make it 30? 15 multiplied by 2 is going to give us 30. All right. And since we are doing equivalent ratio, so the same multiply 2 will be applied on the second number, that is 50. 50 multiplied by 2 is giving us 100. So the answer is simple. 30 ratio 100 is the answer. Children, I have given you 4 questions, and just do it in your notebooks. They are very simple. You should always be knowing the places. The first question that you see here is 15 ratio 40. Now 15 needs to be compared with 45 since they are standing on the first place before the ratio sign. Okay? So you multiply 15 by such a number that you get 45. Need a rough working column here. When you're doing this, you simply have to just use your common sense here. Okay? And multiply 15 by a number that gives you 45. And whatever number that you have multiplied 15 by goes with the second figure 40. All right, children, the same is going to be done in question number 2, question number 3, and question number 4. Now, this whole thing is explained to you, and I will be sharing answers not in this video. I will be sharing answer in the other video. I would like everyone to do the questions independently without any help. Doesn't matter if it goes wrong. I'm there to explain you the answers. And I always say, keep practicing. Practice will make you perfect. Perfection will never come without practice. Do not expect yourself to become very good at math if you don't practice. So the more you practice, the better it is. So the next video, I will be sharing answers, and this has to be done in your notebooks. Okay? Or those students who are doing it in their writing notepads, they can do it there. Keep your answers safe and wait for me to share answers with you. All right, good luck with your work, and bye for now.